Human trafficking.
Human trafficking is backup.
No,
That's your backup plan?
It's quite the backup plan.
I'm going to traffic myself.
Maybe
I mean,
you could introduce blockchain to human trafficking.
Is it really? Is this
I mean, technically, comedy is human trafficking in a way.
How?
You're getting a bunch of people to come to a certain location and you sell them their skills, their talents off.
It's true.
You tell them to fuck off without paying them.
Yeah.
So basically, showrunners are pimps.
Yeah. Harry's technically a pimp.
How do you feel about that?
I think I'm the most eco-friendly pimp on.
Eco-friendly.
Yeah.
Why you give them all like electric scooters or something?
No.
Oh, that would be great if Harry would start paying his acts with tier vouchers or something.
Hey, I'd take it. It's better than nothing. Hey.
Yeah.
What's the weirdest thing that you've been paid with for a comedy gig?
Blowjobs.
Did you really get a blowy
No,
for
I
a...
wish. It would have been nice.
I would say that's kind of winning.
Yeah, that'd be real winning. What have I been paid from comedy? Just food and money.
And drink tokens.
Yeah, drink tokens.
Drink tokens.
Those I'm talking about the best things.
But I got
Don't
The
drink.
weirdest thing that you've ever been paid with.
Validation. Massive amounts of
I hate you so much right now.
Massive amounts of validating my bullshit.
Were you ever
Like that's priceless. Like
Were you ever promised a better show? It's like, if you do this show, I'm gonna give you a better.
I haven't been in this business long enough for that kind of shit.
No.
So I'm hearing
you-
these stories from people that have been doing it a little bit longer than me. But I'm saying like a little bit longer, not even years, just a few.
It just depends, I guess.
I think I don't know. Like
To me, that's incredibly fucked up. By the way, it's just like
It's like kind of like designer work where they like, yeah, it's good for your portfolio. And once you do this for us, then we'll definitely start a relationship.
exposure.
Yeah. Then you never hear from them again.
Yeah, exactly. You dumb cunt! You just got my work for free.
Yeah, exactly that.
yeah. It's funny. I've encountered none of that. The guys in Barcelona are super cool. I mean, I guess it becomes a thing when you start doing.
Is this what you're gonna say on every podcast now? The guys in Barcelona are super
Hey.
cool.
And here, like, there's
Followers.
no one. I'm not aware of that kind of bait and switch happening in Switzerland. But I mean, I guess it becomes a problem once you start doing stuff across borders where you're showcasing or headlining, or you want to go from
So far away from that.
yeah.
Mm,
And I mean, I got maybe 20 solid minutes, and that's where it is right now. One or two of us are going for their first hours, and respect to that. I respect the work, and yeah.
What,
Don't look at me like that.
clarify what you mean by that, Harry.
No, I'm not. There's no clarification needed. I
Are you talking about
raised,
like within our scene?
I raised one eyebrow, and then I put the eyebrow back down again and said, all right, respect to that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's when I announced to Harry that I'm working on my hour when I bombed hard at this show yesterday.
Okay, yeah, I disagree. I don't think you bombed hard.
Fuck me, I lost them all. They looked at me like, who's this cunt? That's what happened.
That's your insecurity.
Probably. I have a lot of that.
You got the giggles.
Yeah,
you
you
got the laughs, and I mean, it wasn't. You didn't kill. I'll give you that.
Yeah,
But you also
so it was horrible.
You were opening. It's like I said to you, we text about it. If that had been your very first show, you would have been like, I am now a comedian. Like, because you got someone to giggle in the room. Like, and it was more than that. You got some like the room kind of laugh, but they wanted more, and that you
I
didn't
wasn't
deliver.
able to deliver.
They were like, oh,
Yeah.
this guy, yeah, oh no.
Yeah. I went in with a semi and I tried to thumb it in.
They were like, we might as well just not do it, I guess.
Look, I didn't come, you didn't come. It was
Yeah.
good for both of us.
We'll try again next time, you know.
But it's really that Jedi mind thing of like when you like that feeling where you start when you get that thought in your head, oh fuck, I'm bombing. Like when it occurs to you, oh shit, this
First
is not
30
going
seconds. in the first 30 seconds it happened. And as I'm walking out of the room, I was so depressed. I was sitting on a tram, and I haven't had this thought in a while, where I was just
Suicide?
like, I could actually just quit.
You don't have to.
This moment was like, why am I doing this? Like,
There was that thing you shared. It's like being a comedian is like a drug addict. It takes all your time and money, and you get nowhere with it.
Yeah, it is. I mean, Tim Dillon was talking about this. It's really, and he said like the worst is to be someone who's not getting there anywhere big, but you're on this comedy drug, which is probably where all of us land.
Except for those ones with the hour, you know.
Yeah.
Gonna talk to you again in 6 months.
but I don't know. I mean, I had a kind of a bomb that I could save last Thursday at Cafe Rumi. It's a show that Chris organizes.
Oh yeah,
and
that's a fantastic show, by the way. It is the audience that I hate the most.
Wow. Why do you hate them?
Because they are all rich cunts, just entitled housewives. That's the vibe that I get there.
That's Harry's favorite audience.
To me, I'm like that.
100%.
This is. But the thing, it was partly my fault because, well, actually, it was all my fault. But the thing is, I hadn't got in the comedy zone properly before going to the show, and it was bad.
Comedy zone.
No, it's really where you. I mean, for me,
You wanted to be present.
yeah. But the thing is, with a bit, you become the bit. If you got a bit, you got to become the bit.
Right.
And if you've got it just as a jumble of words in your head, and I'm like, I'll just speak these words and it'll be funny, then it doesn't work. You got to be, you and the bit have to be one almost.
Yeah,
Well, it's what you got to try and do. And I wasn't in that state when I got there. But the good news was my daughter's birthday. Both my kids were there. They was at the front, and what turned it round was I did like, I don't know, stuff about Switzerland, stuff about dating, then about being a parent, and that's where the whole room turned around.
Yeah, because up until that point, that was the only thing they could relate to.
Yeah, exactly, because they hadn't dated, and they
since in years, because they would also never get a divorce unless they get a huge settlement.
Yeah.
But you know that bit I do about Swiss house doors? Like
Yes.
that has worked every fucking time.
Except for there.
Except for there where I said, what? Do you guys not have doors here? Like what do you just
It's
like,
all automatic for them.
yeah,
Yeah, they have the fingerprinting. Have you seen this?
I have.
They were all looking at me like, what the fuck is
Doors? What a fucking
But
present.
it wasn't actually them. It was me because I was just like spewing words, and they, I think probably they misheard me or they didn't know what.
But honest to God, I have seen this the other day where one of my old bosses, Rich Khan, he has his house built in such a way that in order to get in, you need to put the fingerprint on it.
I can't wait till this guy loses his Wi-Fi connection.
I can't wait until some cunt cuts his thumb off.
Gets into his house, steals everything with his thumb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
And then thumbs his wife
We've
as
seen
well.
that movie. Like,
That whole thing's in Mr. Robot. Have you seen?
yeah.
Where she gets locked out of her own apartment and then drugged and eventually drowned in the pool.
Yeah,
I
drowned in her
don't
own pool,
need
yeah.
a smart door. I need a door that works, you know? It closes when I need it to.
I've lost connection with my lights before, and I couldn't turn them on. I was like, fuck.
Exactly. It's
You
what,
lost connection with your lights.
The cat sat on the fucking router, turned it off, and then I was like, I didn't know how to turn my lights on.
that's exactly the shit I was like.
Yeah.
Lights, the shit we were saying before. Lights used to fucking, you just switch them on.
Now it's like,
And now we've just.
okay.
But the thing is, and you don't need to do this, but this guy with just get a personality so that you feel that women want to fuck you. Stop buying stupid shit to impress them.
He said to me the reason why why he has it is so the kids wouldn't lose the keys. It's like, wait, what? Really? That's the reason? That sounds like a very expensive preventive measure.
He could afford
for
new
a problem.
keys.
Yeah, totally, man.
Do you know what? But it's actually made it worse because the moment his kids move out to be students or whatever, where there are normal old school doors, they're fucked. because they don't have the habit of, oh, did I leave with my keys?
Oh yeah, they become the retarded guy
They're
that just
gonna be-
lets the door drop into it closes behind them, and they don't know how to get back in.
And this also tells you how much he gives a shit about his kids, because instead of training his kids to remember that, and I've been through that with both my kids, and then they call me and it's like, I forgot my keys, and I'm like halfway across the city and say, well, now you're going to have to sit outside for an hour and
But
remember.
that is the benefit, though. He can just remove a fingerprint from the database if you need it.
Oh, that's great. So it's kind of like
It's good for
for
It's
breakups.
good for
Yeah.
divorce. Yeah,
It's great
Ah,
for
I can't get in.
scratching. Instead of scratching your children off the will,
Yeah.
you just delete them from the
Delete a
fingerprint
fucking-
database.
But it's actually touch.
Yeah,
That is immediately hackable.
totally. It's
'Cause
fucked up.
We've all
You-
seen Mission Impossible.
You wipe it, you
the
put,
chewing gum.
yeah, you put the finger on, you put on a thing to pull the fingerprint off,
Ah,
done.
yep.
Solved
Oh.
in
So dumb.
pure retarded.
So fucking
Just get a fucking personality, dude. And, you know, maybe, well, whatever.
dumb. Modern living.
It's insane, actually, when you think about it. All the people that, like, desperately climb to the top of a career ladder so they can have that bit more money to achieve that bit more to make them better than it. And in the end, it's just like, just get a fucking personality and your life will be so much better.
I'm 100% sure that idea got sold as innovation.
Probably, yes.
You know what I mean? Like that fake notion of innovation where it's just
Mm.
it's just like,
But-
we made the door better. Why? Why the fuck would you?
Welcome to the eye door.
But the crazy thing about this is it like also electricians' jobs have become insane. There aren't enough electricians anyway, and now they're having to act as people's IT departments. It's just
Yeah.
it's insanity.
What's
And
the
Switzerland, they
point?
love this shit. There's like Minigy homes with like blinds that come up and down based
Dude,
on the
That's just
sun.
sexy, though. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I'm also on the other side of comfort. Like, I do want to just clap my hands if disco ball drops and I get laid. You know, it sounds on paper. It sounds
I know
good.
a club like that.
With the hand clap disco ball.
Yeah, well,
I mean,
you have to bring a big
I-
credit card, but it's all right.
I don't know. I've just worked around. I mean, I've just worked around technology too many years. Like when I was a kid, when I want to
since
watch,
the invention, right?
yeah,
Yeah,
when
the
I was-
dawn of
okay,
technology.
Let me give you a good example. When I was a
When
kid,
the light bulb.
The wheel.
I went in. I wanted to watch TV. You switched the TV on. You had 4 channels. That was it.
Yeah, but your kid was the remote. That's
well, back then.
Well, you
yeah,
throw it-
labor.
You throw it at the television.
My
or what?
parents were like, "Yo, go push the button." And I'm like,
Oh, really?
Exactly. And, then, and that was good because you have some parent-child interaction. You know?
Yeah,
Oh,
at
yeah.
least.
And,
well, this explains why I'm not fucked up at all.
and then there was a slight progress. You have a remote. And then along comes smart TVs where you need fucking 6 remotes. And like,
Yeah, it's
and
dumb
then-
as
the
shit.
best one was when
It's just-
Nintendo Wii came out, and suddenly remotes needed a strap because some dumb cunt threw it at the television
Ah.
set or something.
I used to love watching the videos
That's
of
so
people
great.
destroying hardware.
Compilation. And when,
So
like, when somebody's wearing VR headset and they trip or fall in the VR, they're like, "Oh," and smash their head on the
that's
wall.
nice as
Yeah.
well.
Beautiful.
It's good times, good times.
Dude, the other day I was I was at a corporate event where somebody had a party, a corporate party because they turned 20 or something like that.
Huh? Wait, what?
The company turned 20 and they
Oh,
had
yeah.
a whole party thing. It's a very weird way of explaining this. They went to a place where you can indoor skydive.
Okay.
Oh yeah, there's
If you
Like a
see,
wind
yeah,
tunnel.
it's like a wind tunnel
That's cool.
situation.
Yeah.
All right. So, okay, you have the wind tunnel situation, and they explain it to you how it all works. They give you suits and shit, and there's a guy in there that helps you not to be a dumb cunt and fly into a wall like a fly.
Mm.
Next to that thing is one of those virtual reality skydiving flyer things,
Okay.
and people would book it. So you have the real life experience
No,
of
no.
actually flying.
No.
Or putting on a goggle to have something rendered slightly shit.
I'll take the shit version.
why would you do that? Really?
No, I don't know.
It's-
I'm saying I
I
would.
was flabbergasted. It was just like, why would you pay? And it costs heaps.
Yeah.
It cost heaps of money. Both options were not cheap.
Yeah.
But of the 2 options,
No, you do the
why
real
take
version.
the fake one?
Yeah.
I guess the novelty. purely just
No,
to say,
but what is because I know that there's a fly you can fly like an eagle in a VR simulator. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it looks like a weird sex bed.
Yeah, you lie
Like,
in it.
it looks like
with
a
wings.
It looks like a milking table with arms.
okay, now I want to go on it.
Fuck the real version where the wind's blowing it so you can see your crotch.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you have like your legs are slightly in an angle. So is that the reason why? Like I was just astonished. It's like, why would you pay for the shit version?
Only, especially if you do a tandem virtual jump, that would be even better. They're lying
Getting sucked off whilst doing.
Just inside somebody's butthole.
It's a whole new level of like what.
That is definitely something for the bedroom, like a VR skydiving thing. It's also a waterbed. So, and you go, and you're going to climax as you hit the ground. The chute doesn't open. It's the best thing
Best
ever.
orgasm you ever have.
You have to come in time.
Yeah, you're there. Yeah, exactly. But also, like, because sex and death, the petit mort, the little death, as the French call it. It's like, imagine if you could.
A Frenchman wrote that, didn't he?
Yeah, of course. And the simulation is the parachute. You think it's going to open, it doesn't, and then you time your climax with hitting the ground, or it actually works out when you're about to come, and then the ground comes up and hits you. So you have the shock of
the ground,
and an orgasm. That's the ultimate, man.
I'm sorry, Harry. You must be really bored.
No, but to me that makes perfect sense because it's kind of like it's like that strangulation thing, right?
Autoerotic asphyxiation.
This we've just hit on the whole thing. Go.
I mean,
Harry's like, finally.
This is what's happening in my mind, right? So you have the virtual drop to the ground, and it freaks you out, right? This is where you get the juices flowing. But after a while, you will get numb to it because nothing actually happens.
Yeah.
So you have to go real life shit.
Yeah, but also
and then you're dead.
I mean, it's certainly a novelty thing because you know all those people that like the crash, the people having orgasms in car crashes.
Wait, what?
There was one of these movies where like
is that true?
Thing, yeah, it's this thing of they.
Wait, you drive in a wall and come at the same time? What?
No,
sounds like my ex-girlfriend.
They'd have a crash and then fuck in the car. After it crashed,
Like in pure shock.
So wait, with
it was a thing. There was a movie about it.
Sex with whiplash.
Basically, no. You first crash and then you're like upside down by the side of the road, and then you fuck.
Like this is a purely
that's
fictional
a
movie.
It was a movie called
Alright.
Crash.
Okay.
About exactly this. It's like a certain adrenaline junkie.
Crash Adventures 3.
And then
So you get the adrenaline high first, and then you fuck on the adrenaline high.
I guess, yeah.
Buy cocaine, kids. Seriously, like
Yeah,
I've never advertised drugs, but after hearing this, I'm going like, no, go down to the city, buy a gram.
But this could become a thing. It's just like VR death scenarios where you get killed or you get eaten by a shark while someone's blowing your dick. That's like
There's actually a game called Suicide Guy that I tried to play recently in VR. And you're this fat dickhead on the couch and he falls asleep, and in his dream you have to commit suicide to wake up again. And they got like a bunch of different scenarios in the game that you have to try and kill yourself with.
God.
Wait, is that a
Jesus
tutorial? What the fuck does that?
I don't know. It's like the first one is you're riding on top of a train and you wake up on the train. You got to jump off the train and wait for the next one to run you over.
Jesus fucking Christ. This is why. This is the stuff that
VR
makes
is the future, I'm telling you.
Yeah, but it's also stuff where you go like, maybe we should just give up on humans. Like,
Oh, yeah. Ages ago. Come on.
what the
I think it started.
The world will be better when everyone
then-
uploads their consciousness
And
to
then
the
probably one of
metaverse.
the game developers said, no, we've done the research. This actually prevents suicide. By simulating suicide, people realize what a bad idea it is.
Like the reverse
then-
argument for shooting games.
Yeah, exactly. It's like no game ever caused anybody to kill someone. And no, of course, like all denial. Like,
No,
yeah,
it's just the it's
I got
just
some
the
great
availability
ideas.
of weapons.
I got some good ideas on how to kill myself now. Thanks to the game. That was easier than I thought.
I hadn't thought of that.
my neighbor shot himself with a son-off shotgun. I think I have my way out.
Yeah.
Like it worked for him. So.
Did he sold off the shotgun, or
Yeah. It was the one on the farm.
you should have just done the Kurt Cobain thing with your tongue?
like the guy in Full Metal Jacket had to reach down really far.
But have you ever watched documentaries about people that tried to shoot themselves in the head and failed?
Mm.
That's why I use a shotgun.
That is even with a shotgun you can fuck it up if you don't do it right. Like apparently the key is you put water in the shotgun as well. Oh fuck, we're gonna have to put some.
What kind of
tags on
Reddit
this.
are you reading?
No, the key.
No, you
key
know what
to-
you did. You watched Downfall.
Okay, we might need to add a disclaimer on this because we've gone dark, very fucking dark. Apparently, what I've heard is that you put water in the shotgun, it guarantees it blows your head off because it can fuck up. I watched this documentary about a guy who tried to blow himself up with a shotgun. He blew off half his face and survived.
I'm sure this joke has been made, but imagine this: you want to commit suicide because you feel like a failure, and then you fail at suicide.
Can't do anything right.
That to me is fucking hilarious.
All right, we got.
Here's the disclaimer: if you ever have suicidal thoughts, there is a helpline.
Should we put the disclaimer up front as well?
Most likely.
I'm not gonna go through that kind of editing.
Okay, we'll put it at the
If
end.
you haven't killed yourself by now, then go find help.
Oh fuck! Oh fucking!
I can say that because I've. Sorry, wait. Never mind.
Wow.
Wow. Anyway, thanks, Harry.
What me?
You went the sexual route and landed up.
Yeah, you took it to suicide.
Ah,
one
we
of you
did
two.
not. You were like, I imagine I could rush to the ground while orgasming. And a car crash.
Who wouldn't want that? That's, no, I mean, like all the chicks that are into their tentacles, you know, like you could do
Wait, what?
VR sex with an octopus. I mean, what do you mean? Wait, what? Where are you?
What are you
Explain
talking
to us what this
What are
fetish
you
is
talking
about.
about?
The whole tentacle porn thing. You know about tentacle porn?
No.
Go look on YouTube. It's a whole. It's the
on YouTube?
Yeah, Japanese invented this shit.
Of course they did.
At the fish market.
Wait. Hang on a second. Tentacle sex?
Yes. Have you not done your basic porn research? Dean knows about it.
I know a lot about it.
Exactly. He's just,
Really? So
he's just hanging me out to dry.
Yeah, a little
You
bit.
know
I don't
about
want to
the,
admit
you know
it.
about the big nipples. I mean, that was new
I
to
don't
me.
know about that one, but I do know that there's anime out there of people having sex with octopuses.
anime.
Snake
That's a
and
different
stuff.
thing. That's not real.
Yeah, but there is real versions of it too.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, but still, like the
Let's agree that the octopus is the most unfuckable animal of them all.
Hey, I doubt it. They're probably the most unfuckable is a hippo or something.
yeah, exactly. But,
Yeah, it's probably gonna murder
The
you.
porcupine. Not an easy
Well,
one.
I mean, I guess I got that bit, but a hippo does have a sweet ass, a great ass.
This has been the weirdest episode I think we've ever.
We should have come up with a topic. 'cause
Yeah.
we're just
What, it's not
riffing.
gonna be bestiality. No, I mean,
No, but
I like
but,
this.
But the thing is, the tentacle thing is a thing in anime or hentai, and it's a fantasy, I think, for most people, and yeah, and so imagine you can have that in VR.
I have an odd moment of like, why have I never thought about this?
There's everything. It's a rule, whatever it is, of the internet. For everything, there's Daft Punk porn. Did you know that?
Yeah, but that checks out because the music is great.
Yeah.
And yeah,
You can wear a helmet, you know.
Did you like Daft Punk?
yes.
Done.
Done.
Right. Move on. Let's move on.
Anyway.
Cool. Daft Punk is cool.
I mean, who doesn't like Daft Punk? I don't think I've ever met anyone who didn't like Daft Punk. I mean, they nailed it.
Yeah, they're pretty great.
But they nailed it to the point where people don't even overrate them, which is their genius. Because like
Their end campaign was the best fucking ending to a duo I've ever seen in my life.
were they
When they announced their retirement.
Oh yeah.
Did you see it? Where one just walked off into the desert and the other one just exploded.
That was fantastic. yeah.
Yeah.
We're done. In the end, they're just like two guys from Paris. It's
It's your French.
fantastic.
That's how we should announce the end of XYZ. Just one of us explodes. And
And we
Packed
should
with a water-filled shoddy.
we should have worn helmets though. That's the problem. But the thing is, I mean, to me, I think the genius of those guys. If you look at like bands like I don't know Led Zeppelin or whoever, people go, "Oh, they were the greatest." La la la. And then, but if you look at Daft Punk, they're not that massively popular, but they're also a little bit like lame as well. And that lameness is
Because they did Tron.
yeah, but I mean, no, I don't think there's any of this. Okay, there's that the one they did with Pharrell Williams is probably
Yeah.
the most genius thing that they did. I think
Mhm.
that's really got it all. But
the whole argument about like Led Zeppelin being the best or AC/DC or whatever, I think it's just people misremembering their youth. That what they were listening to at the time when they were young gave them this illusion that they probably still had options.
yeah, but
And now they're listening to this music like, I could have been a pilot.
Yeah.
but
I gave it my all.
But I think it's a context thing because I mean, if you think about when some of those bands came along, where there was nothing really like that.
Except for, as we've discussed previously, Jimmy Savile on television.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, I did watch the documentary finally.
Okay.
What a fucking creep.
Yeah.
How can you be on television for so long with such shitty teeth?
We should call this podcast the Jimmy Savile podcast. We just
Jimmy
keep talking
Let's-
about it.
nope.
No,
Nope.
no more. No
No
more.
more.
That's
We're
the
done.
end of Savile. Thank you very much. But look at it this way: comedians and musicians have a very similar wavelength. Like I've had a bunch of musician friends. We gel well in terms of the artistry, and I'm sure that like
Except for the fact that the musicians are quite repetitive.
yeah, it's exactly like they have their set written down consistently and get up and do it no matter how it goes. You know, and we have to kind of be more artistic and better than musicians. You
We're
know?
better than musicians.
Yeah, we're way better. That was like it's like comedians wish they were rock stars and rock stars wish they were comedians. Except for who's the singer of Rolling Stones?
Jagger.
Yeah, Mick Jagger. Except him, he's got so
Jagger.
much swagger.
Although Mick Jagger was a friend of Jimmy Savile.
Was he?
Yeah.
Oh God, of course. Thanks, Harry.
But
Oh,
I had a
I
thought.
feel so dirty right
I had
now.
a thought
I
recently.
know.
So you know, like Jon Stewart, and there's a few of these, and John Oliver. They're like, oh, we're a comedy show. We're not the news, and all this, and we don't really matter. Actually, I was thinking about it. Actually, the opposite is true. It's now fucking society has placed it.
Don't, no,
Wait,
no.
shut up. Society has placed it on comedians to process everyone's bullshit these days. It's actually reached that point. We don't have priests. We don't have religion. We don't have the news. We don't have TV.
we are the gods of
we-
society.
We're the last fucking people on the planet asking any questions and talking about it.
Yeah.
It's fucking insanity. And
Anyone
when-
listening to this podcast now, if you have a question about life, reach out to us. And
Le-
from our
with-
God perspective.
No, but it's true. Like in a collective sense, who
So
else?
where do you place Alex Jones?
He's the god of the idiots.
I mean,
Yeah.
but he's even becoming a comedian. Like he's
Really?
been on Andrew Schultz. He's moving to being a funny guy.
no,
I bet you'll see
No.
Alex Jones doing stand up.
no,
Imagine
no.
that.
Then I give up.
Yeah, but-
He's gonna start his comedy set with a prayer.
Yeah.
He's now that
Talk
much
about the
into
lizard people.
fucking evangelical Christians in America.
But think of the podcasts you listen to. I mean, even podcasts, comedians are doing the podcast people are listening to. It's like Behind the Bastards. That guy always has a comedian on to make it funny because we need the funny to actually process any of this shit.
Yeah, it's true.
It's insanity.
Actually, I highly recommend to listen to Behind the Bastards because they have a proper thing.
They have, they do research.
Do research. But
I should know what they're talking about.
But this is it. Like, it's history, right? Behind the Bastards is all about history. So history is fucking dire. So you have to bring in a comedian to make light of it. I get it. But yeah, so was the Kurt Chester. It goes back to that.
But think about the invasion of Putin of Ukraine.
The invasion of Putin. I have been thinking about that every
Yeah.
night.
Wonder what his wife calls it. Pegasaurus or something.
Exactly.
Pega Putin.
But
That's a new web game going to be developed right now.
Pega Putin.
Pega Putin.
think about
Put it in Putin.
think about any of the public opinions you've absorbed on that. Fundamentally,
On what?
on the war in Ukraine.
It's not real.
But the stuff that you absorb that tells you how to think about it, didn't that come from a comedian ultimately?
Oh,
Yeah, but
you
it's-
dumb fuck.
Come on, dude.
Only because Zelensky was
Yeah.
a stand-up? Come on.
No, not because of that. Even because who's processing how we're supposed to feel?
Trevor Noah. It's not a good look, trust me.
That's one person doing it.
Okay, second to that, I get a lot of my information from Vice.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Which isn't exactly reputable either.
Oh.
And Popular Front.
hasn't been good since what, 7 years? Fuck. Since what's his face, Klein or whatever took over. Ah.
Yeah, but don't you think, like, as a former preacher, like, you used to get your
Yeah, I was funny when I was on stage in church. No, it was called a pulpit. What is it? What's it called?
So you didn't bomb back then.
It's really hard to bomb as a priest.
Yeah. God can't bomb.
Is it if an
Because
old,
if you create tension long enough, they think that you're just gifted.
is it? But what happens if an old lady keels over and dies during your sermon? Is
Then that's the best
is
because then
that's a peak?
yeah,
You kill.
Jesus took her home.
You literally kill.
You could do the sermon and the funeral in the same day.
Oh, repeat. Yeah, business.
yeah. That's
Can upsell a coffin.
repeat
Yeah.
customer. This is the best cross selling I've ever
And-
done.
And you're like, oh well, this is going to bring in the whole family, so I can guilt them into coming
Hell
back
yeah!
to church.
And then you guilt them into donating shit. Like, but you know, when they leave, they have to drop money or
yeah.
you put the fucking bag around the church to
It's a
drop
good-
in money. and
It's a
stuff.
good scam. But the thing is,
The church has been the greatest scam for thousands of years.
But what sort of things would you like tell people? Because as a preacher, you're telling people how they should think about things, like how you should think about temptation, for example.
Sure.
How do you think about temptation, Christian?
It has been created by Satan, and he uses a snake quite often.
He's quite good at it, though.
Yeah,
I can't
yeah.
resist very often.
You know the greatest play the devil's ever played is. No, I'm not gonna go.
What?
What's
Was to convince everyone that,
that
he
he wasn't real.
he could fit a straw in his anus. And that shit went viral on TikTok, and everyone was like, "The devil, he's the man."
Well, that's how you greet the
And
devil.
then all around the world, people are sticking straws up their butts. That's how the devil operates these days.
I think the devil invented TikTok. That's for sure.
I think that the devil's like, the devil must be bored. If there is a devil,
the devil
it's
is just looking at what's happening on this planet right now and goes like, "Fuck, that wasn't me."
this is like, wow, this is
They did
way
that
worse than
themselves.
I thought of.
I think at this point he's like, I can retire.
Yeah, exactly.
Where would he go though? What's devil's retirement plan?
Technically, isn't heaven the hell for the devil?
Huh.
I guess.
Wait, if I remember this correctly, Satan was an angel once,
Who was tossed?
and
Tossed
God,
out.
He was caught masturbating behind the
He
gates.
was
he
tossed.
was the first tosser.
He fucked the virgins that they promised the Islams.
Yeah, and according to the story, he always
ISIS,
wanted
my
to
bad.
get back accepted by his
But
heavenly Father.
I wonder if that I might misremember the Bible here, because this is quite apocryphal if I remember it correctly, because Satan has never been described in that much detail in the Old Testament, at least. Only Adam and Eve crap. The rest, the devil was more kind of like an idea.
It's like an add-on.
Yeah.
What? Just an idea.
Yeah, to
Sorry, I was
make
just
you
mocking
to
all of religion.
make you pay more shit. It's
I think it's just a story of a deadbeat dad. Like, if God had paid more attention,
Right? Whose fault is it?
Bit
That,
more discipline.
Parenting. It's a very
Exactly.
important
It's a-
factor.
and this
oh man.
and this devil's trying to impress
He
his
just wanted
dad.
a hug, you know.
Did you guys watch Noah, the Russell Crowe movie where he portrays Old Testament children fucker Noah?
No. Where's this children fucker coming to?
Yeah, well, Noah was a dirty bastard.
Are we
Okay.
talking about?
Actually, it's true because
Noah's Ark.
there weren't enough people to fuck. Yeah.
he literally
He must-
fucked his own children.
Huh?
Noah. Yeah, everyone
Noah's Ark,
died,
yeah.
right?
That's not what I read in the storybooks.
in the storybooks. No, because the story that you read ended with them being at an altar, and then God gave us the.
Oh, we're talking about like Noah's Ark.
Yeah.
So it was a sea of cum that filled the earth.
Yeah, Noah's come.
I think
Ew.
Noah's real crime was forcing generations of animals into incest.
He did two things.
Taking two of like one. Eventually, that's incest. It has to happen.
It ends up in incest. He did two
It's
things
the
which were
greatest
great.
incest story, actually.
It
that ever.
is.
No,
yeah,
no.
Sorry.
It's, like, it's the Appenzell of the world. The greatest two things that he did after they landed and God told him that he will never kill people ever again. Well, that worked out really nicely. He basically invented he invented wine and fucked his daughter.
Wow.
It's like he became a drunk family abuser. That's what it was.
I guess he missed.
Celebrated person.
He missed the animals.
No.
That's basically.
Yeah, the hippos ran far away.
He'd spent.
Ended up in Colombia.
How 365 days was it? How long was the?
Yeah, but he lived for like 900 years.
No, but how long were they on the boat?
40 days.
40 days were nice. I mean, it must have been a while, like watching hippos going at it while you're on a boat. When
They
the whole
started
He
world
had a
is-
wife and shit. Like,
Yeah, I know, but I mean, you're on a boat. The whole world is underwater, and there are hippos fucking, and the whole boat's rocking. Like,
if the boat
that
is
must have
rocking,
been-
don't
you're
come
like,
and knocking.
Fuck, this is real entertainment here. This is like the highest level.
And then Harry finds an octopus, and the cycle continues.
Octopus have beaks, though. I think don't.
See,
you know,
this
you
is
don't-
it's the most unfuckable animal. Like, it's horrific.
It's not.
It
Yeah.
looks horrifying. It looks like something out of I don't know. What's the guy's name who created
know why.
Alien?
Yeah, but I don't know why I'm defending
Geiger,
Geiger,
whatever.
Giger, yeah,
Yeah.
Giger. Giger, Geiger.
Giger.
Swiss guy, you should know how to say
Yeah,
that.
well, fuck it. It's when God took LSD. Isn't that the platypus though? Oh, I gave it a
Jesus.
beak and man.
Wow.
So you're not into things that are squelchy. That's basically
Squelchy.
yeah.
That's
Like
the
an
word. That's the
octopus.
word. The octopus is squelchy.
Squelchy. Nice,
That's-
Harry. Squelch.
Listen, people have everything. There's like
Squelchy.
Squelchy.
someone like you have a record player. Someone has a record
It-
player
it's-
fetish. They're probably putting their dick on a record player. That's the only way they can get off, and they like to watch it as like a cum spiral.
Or like a
basically.
hypnotic cum spiral. Squelchy.
There's probably something about it as you shoot across the record table and it goes around.
Looks like one of those pancake makers.
Oh my God. We are fucking the worst podcast on the internet, I think.
Yeah, that's great.
We should have
actually,
ideas.
someone said that on YouTube. Love that guy.
What did he say?
I don't remember the name of this guy. I should, because he wrote a bunch of comments, basically asking if our parents are paying for this.
Oh, yeah, I saw this. I replied to that guy. He said,
So I missed out on the hate comments.
okay,
Please,
so let's
entertain
so
me.
this guy posted like, oh, these are 3 of the most charismaless people I think I've ever seen.
Awesome, thank you.
That is our niche. But then I did the Stuart Lee technique, is that I treated what he said as a genuine inquiry. So I said, oh, thank you for that feedback. Do you have any advice for us to get more charm?
We should try it.
And that made him watch a whole load more videos.
Yeah, but then he started posting way more.
And that's my goal, is I want anyone
Yeah.
who's like that to waste as much time as possible.
I actually want to meet that guy.
Dude, that's hilarious. You know what? Like, have you guys seen Ted Lasso recently?
Ted,
Nah.
So it's a show on Apple
Apple
TV,
TV, yeah.
plug Apple TV or whatever, where Ted Lasso is an American football coach, and he's employed to go and coach a British football team without knowing anything about the game, right? But the character himself is the most positive, person in existence.
American.
American. This
Yes.
American football coach.
Yeah,
is
yeah.
British football. But he's so lovely and positive and everyone's kind of pitted against him to fail because everyone's going to profit off him failing. You know, it's all kind of against him. But because of his just persistent positivity, slowly but surely, everyone who's hating him and against him is slowly falling in love with him. You know, just by pure love and positivity. I love it. It's the way the world. I wish everyone was like that.
That's a great premise, actually.
Yeah. So we'll try and get some more charisma and improve the podcast just for you.
Become more positive.
And if you'd like to add comments on any advice, like how we can be more charismatic.
Yeah.
I mean, I got to 48. I'm not sure I can do much of this.
Nah, you're doomed.
I
But-
think you'll be okay.
Okay.
You got a lot of charisma going for you. A lot of manipulative charisma.
Okay. You can manipulate your way
It's an
to
interesting
charisma.
line you're drawing there. It's like, is it charisma or manipulation?
Mm.
We could make this into a quiz show.
No, but it's
Charisma
nice.
or manipulation.
It's like, and we had another comment from someone called Crazy Stacy, who weirdly, I'm not sure. Like, we follow each other on Instagram. She's a comedian. I don't actually know if we've ever met, but she commented. She's like, "Wow, it's great to see a podcast of 3 comedians talking over each other." Which
Facts.
facts.
You know what? At least our audience is doing the fact checking for us because we don't.
Exactly. But I think we're reflective of how the brain works. It's like, you know, for example, you did
We
that.
are reflective of how the brain
No,
works.
so Dean knows a lot about design, and you remember you're talking about that bucket chair,
Yeah.
and I had to go and fact check that to make a
I
clip
got
of
the
that.
name wrong. That was it.
Yeah, there was, but that's literally how the brain works. You actually combine 2 designers' names, which really fucked me up.
Oh, really?
Because there's another designer that and then I actually had to read through. This guy didn't make any fucking chairs.
No.
Like, I almost put the wrong.
What did that guy invent? Brutalism?
I don't know. but here's the irony of this. Okay, so there's a Tillate. I can tell the story now because they don't exist anymore. So Tillate.
Hell yeah.
Fuck yeah. Fine.
You have to give context what Tillate is.
So Tillate was in the early days of the web. They were sending camera people to clubs to take photos. It's like before,
in the noughties.
before smartphones, before like
you would
high
kill
quality.
to be on those
Yeah.
cool club pictures.
You had the wankers with the first DSLRs.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
And then everyone's Facebook picture would be them and them at the club and the good quality picture.
Yep.
Exactly.
Damn it.
And it was a good business for a while, and then
For photography.
and they had they wanted to attract more developers, so they just did a tech blog to talk about their technology, and the CTO the CTO once wrote up this thing, which it's this giant article about how they solved a problem involving databases or whatever, and it was like this long explanation of how they came to the solution, all the research they did. And he published it. And then someone from search.ch, those guys are hardcore hackers, just said, why didn't you use a multi-column index, which annihilated like weeks of work? Why didn't you just know what the fuck you were doing? It's basically. But the amazing thing is the fuck up of this article. The guy looked at it and was like, this has been our highest traffic blog post ever.
Yeah.
So in fact, if you publish stuff claiming to be fact that's subtly wrong, that really engages people.
Yeah,
Like,
it annoys the shit out of people.
yeah.
It's just like,
And then
how did you not get?
How
I guess-
did 3 such charmless
Yeah.
motherfuckers?
Idiots. This is
I
what'll
got
make
fucking Easter wrong. See?
Yeah, it's the first solstice
The guy
in
who
January.
was a preacher once got Easter wrong.
This is what'll make us so successful, you know.
Yeah, I
The
reckon.
fact that no one can hear what we're saying and it's factless, you know.
Holy fuck.
Well, fuck you. Who gives a shit, dude?
I don't know. I mean,
Was that Tillate bullshit? Was that around in South Africa as well? These websites?
It wasn't called Tilly, but yeah, there were definitely club pictures, and I never bothered because I was never in any of them. I didn't care about the branding. Yeah.
actually, I think that's an interesting point in the timeline for the female of the species. Was probably the tipping point.
Wow. Harry.
What?
Wait.
Wait, what?
It was a tipping point from beauty to hotness.
Okay.
All right.
Clarify.
Okay,
Use your charisma-less charm to tell us.
So up until the point that you were getting these club pictures, the only hot people were pop stars and models and whatever, like page 3 models, whatever. And women aspired to beauty instead, more.
Sure. Because
Mm-hmm.
Miss 60 didn't make them sluts.
No. But still, they're not... Okay, do you understand what I'm saying about the difference between beauty and hotness?
Yeah, I think I know what you mean.
Okay, good. And when you Dean, you look
I mean,
confused.
you could clarify that a little bit more, I guess.
Beauty is something that's closer to art, for example. It's like looking at a lady's neck or the whatever it might be. It's like the things
Whatever you're staring at when you're sitting on a tram.
Yeah, okay.
it's the
Okay.
things that artists have aspired to over the years, like the beauty of the female
The
form.
décolleté.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
And there were no artists like doing pictures of some woman with her tits bulging up with a nipple hanging out.
Why not?
And
There
doing
was.
it. Yeah, okay,
I
there
know a
probably
few
was.
artists
Yeah,
who did
probably
that.
were.
Beauty's in the eye of the beholder, dude.
But hotness is just like is a different thing. It's what Kim Kardashian excels in, and it's like putting your assets as a selling point, basically.
Thank you for describing that, Harry.
Such an analytical way of saying, you know how porn came to be.
Yeah, but
It's like, like bitches went from I'm pretty to fuck me.
No,
You want to fuck me,
no, that's not what I mean. But the thing is, I think those club sites with the photos are where there became cachet in being hot, so that you would be the one with the photo that's on the top of the club night. You were the girl of the night.
But I wonder what was first, though, because it was obviously a fashion trend to become that. And I don't think that was driven by those pictures. I think they were more
I'm
a
not
side
saying,
effect.
I'm not saying no, but it was where of course hotness existed before that. The thing is, maybe I'm just thinking I'm freeballing, but maybe that was the point where hotness became more valuable than looking beautiful.
Oh, and then Abercrombie came around and saw like, that's a fucking business model.
Maybe,
Women
yeah.
are showing their ankles. We could cash in on this.
Yeah, exactly. Like you get a nice plump ankle. With
No, man.
an
It's like
ankle sock
it's
that's a
kind of like
bit of
that TikTok trend with what do you call it? Dick appointment makeup.
What?
You never heard about that? It's like a makeup tutorial on you're just gonna go get a good dicking down dick appointment. You don't want to like go overboard because it looks like you kind of just woken up. You don't have to be there, but you want to be there. So it's like subtle makeup for your selected dick appointment.
What? So you put makeup on your dick?
No, for a woman, Harry.
I get it now.
Oh, okay. So it's
So
like
it's no
It's
longer
a makeup
called
tutorial.
It's no longer called a booty call. It's a dick appointment.
Yeah, dick appointment. And there's makeup tutorials on how to make yourself look good for a dick appointment.
oh, so it's like high speed.
It's like, yeah, it's like a subtle look where it's not like it doesn't look like you've tried too hard.
Because that would be so horrible
Yeah.
if you tried too hard.
Why is she showing up with a full face of makeup when it's just a dick appointment?
Yeah, because then we
and
get
then I have to wash the cushions.
yeah, exactly.
Plus-
my white shirt ruined.
plus we get anxiety that we actually have to have a relationship or something afterwards.
Yeah, works both
She
ways.
put a lot of
What-
effort into this. Fuck.
Wait,
Shaved her
Wait.
legs.
that's fantastic. So you measure relationship potential on how much they tarted themselves up.
How invested? It's how invested. It's sunk cost fallacy.
Yeah. You never given yourself a trim downstairs before somebody came over, Christian?
I do that on the regular basis.
It's only polite.
anyhow. Yes.
You never know what
because,
might happen.
First off, you never know what might happen, and you don't want to be caught off guard.
Yeah, somebody pulls down your zip. Why are you wearing a
And
condom?
then
You never
I was
know.
just thinking this the other day again. It's just that then you use a trimmer, and obviously you're gonna hit the sack. And it's gonna be a bloody situation for a wee bit.
Yeah, I don't think any of those things do what they say on the
No,
packaging.
they don't.
You always get a bit of
It's
skin.
the most dumb fucking advertising as well. It's like these trimmers is like it's like a kiwi. And it's like why just just show the balls. Come on.
I like
Just
when they
like-
do a balloon and then they like
Oh,
shaving
it's
the
so
balloon.
fucking dumb.
And now a word from our sponsor. What's it? Manpower.
Manscaped.
Manscaping.
Manscaped.
Yeah. You know what? The more hater comments we get,
Manscaped.
you know what? Like or dislike this video. That'd be great for our
yeah,
ratings.
any emotion.
Any emotion at all.
It's
we
what,
can't summon
but
moisture.
actually, everything we're saying now is completely futile because they tapped out 2 minutes in. Like,
Fine with me.
so yeah,
Fine with me.
it is what
We
it
should do
is.
a shout out to that hater at some point.
Yeah, I think it was like Cam or something. I don't know.
Cam, we actually love you.
I checked the YouTube account. There's nothing on it. It's like someone almost created a fake account to tell us how
Dude.
shit we are.
That's your fucking
But that's
ex-wife.
even better because that means he made a fucking effort. I'm assuming it's a he.
Probably.
I
was.
am assuming it's a he.
YouTube
I'm,
is
I'm
maybe
meaning
it.
he in a gender neutral kind of way.
Yeah, because that makes sense.
So
Some ballless cunt.
I'm trying to give you guys hints, but now I've got to make it an edit point. So
No. We have 6 minutes left on this episode.
okay, Dean's on top of it. Okay,
Yeah.
I'll stop it. Nice. Okay, cool.
Wow.
6 minutes. What are we doing with that last 6 minutes?
Jesus Christ,
Jesus,
Harry.
Harry. Now
How
it's
we-
going to be an edit
How do
point.
we
Thanks.
fill 6 minutes?
I don't know how we got. I
I'm
think
usually done in 2. So-
if I give the listeners insight into how we make these things, often we
Let's go.
record 1 or 2, and the one previous, it's like it starts out with Harry going, I have to tell you guys something, but not on the episode. But he's got his mic in hand, and then goes on telling us a story
Regardless.
about dicking down someone with dick appointment makeup on. And then and then the next episode is usually better. And we go through our hate comments.
yeah, this is exactly. It's like it's kind of like a binary thing, 0 and 1. Like you got 0, you got
Sure.
one
Sure.
that's just pure bullshit. Well, maybe we'll come up with a topic for the next episode. We're gonna take a little break.
You know what? Maybe we'll work on our charisma a bit.
Yeah, exactly.
How would you do that though? Like I honestly wonder.
This class
It's like
is
how,
online.
Yeah,
Yeah, you can just type
charisma
in,
class.
Yeah, but
how to flirt with women.
how not to be a dickhead. Oh, the secret, you mean?
yeah, but the thing is like, I mean, all these YouTubers use these strategies for like how to have more energy on camera, and I think we're actually past that.
Red Bull.
I think what our thing needs to be that we're all sat back. We don't give a fuck. We're not going, hey guys, like la, 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 la," all this kind of.
It would be
shit.
funny though if you would pull that through for an hour. I want to see American Harry, like
I'd love to see
over
that.
exaggerating. Like I think you grew up in like Idaho or something, and you've been gay all your life, but you were
Can you
never.
do that first, Harry? Go to like camera 1 and just give us your best like and subscribe to the channel.
All right,
Can
let's
you?
fucking do this.
Here we go. Make sure you're in the light. Here it comes. Here it comes. This is how we're going to start the
I'm
episode.
going to do this in the style of some male improvement podcast.
Sure.
Beta males, Sigma males, get your shit together, man. Subscribe, like we're going to tell you how to be a better man. Get fucking, like, stop being such a pussy with your life. This is actually how I talk to my son. That's the time. That's where this energy's coming from.
Do a like and subscribe there.
Like and subscribe.
In the most beta male accent. ever.
Wow, fuck me. I look forward to talking to the therapist of your son. What?
Yeah, that'll be the next guest, right?
We
The
did try-
therapist of
Do you know
Harry's
what?
son.
He actually said to me that I'd like to get back on because we had this lost episode where he got on, talked a bunch of shit, and then had anxiety about all the stuff he
Did we
said.
not put that episode up?
No.
No, I had to
I
delete
knew that
it.
was
It
gonna
was
happen.
before Christmas. Yeah, and I told him he's got to be 18 next time. My daughter
He's
could be.
gotta be 18.
Fair enough, dude.
Yeah,
Fair enough.
because he's like fucking. Because he just went. Because he doesn't know how to self-edit, basically. Like,
Yeah, but
maybe I should
Do
do
That was a
think
great
twice
idea.
before telling my strategies to get girls.
Yeah.
and-
Yeah. Should we do any plugs, peeps?
yeah.
Yeah, man. When is this coming out? Next week.
Mm-hmm.
All right, timestamps. In that case, 29th of September.
Jesus
Quite
Christ.
a while out. We're going to have the English stand-up comedy gala at Volkshaus in Zurich. We're going to have 4 amazing acts coming to Zurich for that one single event. And this is going to be Javier Castells, Peter Flanagan, John O'Duffy, and Snøluke Ludvigsdottir, known as Zola. I'm really excited.
Is that the big Volkshaus by the lake?
The big Volkshaus, not by the lake, by Limmerplatz, but Helvetiaplatz. But we can do admin
Oh, yeah.
another time.
Oh, it's for the Zurich citizens.
Sure.
Who need to
Yeah,
know
no,
this.
the Volkshaus Zurich.
The Volkshaus Zurich.
Yeah, I
all
wish
shit is online.
I wish I was here for that because some of those people are my favorites. Shout out to John Duffy. Jono.
It's gonna be a wild one.
Do you
Love
think?
that guy.
Do you think we have any listeners that plan ahead to the 16th of September? Was it
29th.
29th? I already forgot.
Not the
date.
16th, the 29th.
29th.
Yeah, thanks, Harry.
Put it in your I don't believe any of our listeners
How do you know?
use calendar. Okay, fair enough. Well, then put this in your calendar. 19th of June is the next In Your Face at Dali's. And they're a little bit like they want it on a summer schedule at the moment. I may actually go look at having some other venues soon as well. Working on that.
Nice. You done? You good?
Yes.
Cool. And then for me, on the 4th of June, I will be attending charisma classes in Zurich. You guys can join me to help us liven up our lives. Maybe we'll get laid. You know what? Fuck you, and thanks for the tip.
Awesome. All right.
I love hate comments.
I love that a guy with an anonymous YouTube profile thinks he knows anything about charisma. And the very fact that you commented on this podcast tells us you have zero charisma.
I'm going to mention him in every single episode
From now on.
But
Fine.
he's a consumer of charisma.
Yeah.
That's maybe he's
Totally.
a connoisseur of charisma.
He's like a critic, a consumer critic, charisma critic.
Exactly.
the worst person.
Tasting this charisma was absolutely dreadful. Very dry.
This
Anyway, bye everyone.
Bye.
Is,